Hola, me llamo Joaquín y vengo de Chile.
What do you miss most about Chile?
Probably hanging out with my friends at the beach or being with my family.
What do you like most about the United States?
The Constitution.
Rate America on a scale of 1 to 10.
I think America is an awesome country. That's why I came here in the first place. But I haven't had much fun so far, so I will give it a 6 out of 10.
Name 3 things associated with Chile.
Huesos, Pablo Neruda, and wine.
I've heard many Latinos say that Chileans can't speak Spanish. Obviously, this is a joke, but why do they say this?
Because we use an excessive amount of slang when we talk, and there are so many letters that we don't pronounce, and we also talk too fast.
What was your reason for coming to the United States?
I decided to come here because I wanted to go to college here.
Hola, amigo. ¿Cómo estás?
Te interrumpí, compadrito, ¿cómo estás?
Lakeside High School opened its doors in 1965 to a student population of only 950 and a Dekalb County population of over 200,000. And just 52 years later, the population has grown tremendously. An architect's idea, a laborer's skill, and a machine's power provided a great community with an unseen traffic disaster. Nobody could have anticipated how Lakeside and the surrounding community would have flourished in the past 5 decades. This standstill, bumper-to-bumper traffic isn't due to poor time management of everyone who lives in the Lakeside area, but instead is because of overdevelopment. Very little has been done to alleviate the problem, and instead, rapid construction has just increased the issue. Overpopulation and cramping of this area is just going to make the traffic more unbearable. There are 3 traffic lights along the 2 main roads that lead you to Lakeside. The NHSTA has proven that too many traffic lights actually cause more traffic than it prevents because the constant start and stopping backing up the works. Well, the traffic has very little to do with Corporal Hudson. He isn't the reason for why you're running late. He's just there to conduct the traffic. From 7:30 to 8 a.m., over 2,200 students are trying to enter school through only one entrance from 2 roads. He merely just moves the traffic along and keeps students safe. I myself live only 2 miles away from school, and according to Google Maps, it should only take me 6 minutes driving to get there. And on a clear afternoon when school isn't in session, yes, it takes no time to pass by Lakeside while driving down Briarcliff. But I've noticed that it takes a lot longer than that when it's the morning. So I decided to time myself start to finish to see how long it takes me to get to school. The traffic didn't begin to pile up until we reached the intersection of Oak Grove and Briarcliff. I sat in front of Lakeside just edging along for 20 minutes. The first half of my commute was only 10 minutes, but just sitting in front of Lakeside took 20 minutes. So, if Lakeside wasn't in the location that it's in, maybe traffic wouldn't be such an issue. There isn't that much that can be done now for traffic because it's not like they can bulldoze through neighborhoods just to build another street. All that can be done is lessen the population of incoming students, but since DeKalb County has a projected population increase of 20% in the next 10 years, I don't see the traffic getting any better.
Okay, so I know for a lot of shoegaze bands, like a lot of people think generically like, oh, like My Bloody Valentine, Slow Dive, and you hear very commonly that people in shoegaze are very, I guess, inspired by those bands. But do you guys have other bands that you've drawn more inspiration from, or do you kind of like go back to the classics?
Well, I think it's both. I think those like My Bloody Valentine is very early influence. We've been in bands before that were heavily influenced by the first wave of shoegaze. But there's a lot of newer bands that have maybe some synthier sounds that we like too. Black Moss Super Rainbow comes to mind, No Joy, a lot of the newer stuff. Jody?
My same as what Paul said. However, my musical inspiration kind of runs the gamut of things. I love everything from old country to ELO to,
Kenny
of
Rogers.
course. Yeah, Kenny Rogers is kind of a joke with us, but Swerve Driver, of course, too, as well, was hugely inspirational as a child. And so it just varies, but there's new stuff that comes out every day, and it's really strange to see some of these bands that don't seem to do that well, but that just put out great records that are still coming out today, that are just, P.F. Ross, a lot of them are just amazing.